Right.
Let's do it.
Nice road. Surge of power from the booster plug there.
Yeah, I've noticed specifically, I've noticed massively the difference in this. It didn't just improve it the day I got it. It carried on for like a week to 10 days, just feeling smoother and smoother and smoother.
Yeah, and it's where you really want it as well. It makes riding in traffic so much easier.
Yeah.
But it's like it's roads like this. Well, for this sort of bike, this bike is so much better on little roads. But when you do get these little corners that you just want a bit of boot when you come out of them.
Yeah.
Not too many revs, not too high a gear, or lower gear rather.
I mean, for me, the main sort of upgrade was the just the smoothness when I roll off. It doesn't dive at the front anymore when you roll off, and
yeah,
jerk up when you get on the gas. It's just iron that out.
Yeah, that's the number one benefit.
Yeah.
For me is the especially when you're, and I'm sure it works probably better. It's more noticeable on bigger bikes than say this one. It's something that my old KTM would have really benefited from, and I'm sure that it would be a massive boost for a lot of KTMs, because on those the pickup off the throttle is just the jerkiest. It's a real kangaroo of a ride.
Yeah.
And if you're in traffic trying to filter through rush hour traffic or something like that, it just makes the whole journey a pain, to be honest, and nice little simple thought for it, and it makes all the difference.
Yeah.
There's also, I mean, I've got aftermarket exhaust on this, which again improves the overall fueling, but after putting the booster after putting the booster plug on afterwards, it improved it further, and you just didn't get the popping and banging that I was getting on approaches like this corner. You just throttle off, leave it throttled off, down a gear, and then out you go. Listen to that, lovely.
Listening to mine.
And for a 25 horsepower engine that isn't even vaguely tuned to anything like it could be, look at that scenery, isn't that beautiful?
It's lovely. I've never been up here, mate. It's great, isn't it?
It's one of these roads that I just, every now and then you think, on a Sunday, nice day, you think, well, where am I going to go? I thought, oh yeah, I'll pop down this one.
What's that city over there then, that skyline I can see on the right? Is that Brighton? Yeah, it will be Brighton, it's got to be. Just on the top of the hills I can see like the tops of tower blocks and things.
What, yeah, I don't know, was it?
Yeah, it will be Brighton, it'll be Brighton.
Because Brighton really is behind us in a way, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, this is a cool road.
You see now, I've got no throttle, and there's not a pop or a bang.
Yeah.
But just take off throttle, smooth as you like.
Cars.
Yeah.
Flipping cars.
Cyclists. At least they're on two wheels, but...
Pedestrians. Well, I think they're having an argument.
But bikes that are prone to stalling on tickover, and maybe it's me, but this Himalayan is prone to that.
Yeah.
And again, the booster plug has sorted that out. But even the KTM I had before, because the way the engine's designed, where it's got high compression, but they want it to spin up really fast, so there's very little flywheel to it.
Yeah.
So if you don't actually get your clutch engagement right, it can stall. And because when the mixture is so weak, it doesn't help that. Stick a booster plug on, richer mixture, it stops it happening.
Yeah. I always find it funny as well, listening to them, you know, the urban myths you hear of people saying, oh, it's messing with your ECU, it's messing with the maps. It's not messing with any map at all. It's just the bike's choosing which map of its maps it will use at that particular point.
Well, that's the beauty of it. It doesn't, it doesn't. You don't need to remap anything. It doesn't need to select any other map, download anything.
No.
It just changes an important and fundamental signal. Right, if we go, let's just go straight over here and turn round.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, just changing a fundamental signal from one sensor, that is the intake air temperature.
Yeah.
Or air intake temperature, as BoosterPlug like to call it.
Oh,
just so your existing ECU and its map thinks it's cold, so chucks in a bit more fuel.
Yeah, exactly.
When needed, and only when needed. I thought I was going to, and there's one thing I love about this bike, because I hate spending money when I don't have to. Fuel consumption is always, I don't know, I always pick bikes, I have done before, where the fuel consumption is never good. Same with a couple of cars I've had.
Yeah.
The KTM, beautiful engine really, but it used to struggle to get 40 miles to the gallon out of it. So this thing was doing 80 to 85 miles a gallon. I absolutely could not get it to go under 80 miles a gallon. And I was thinking that with a BoosterPlug, if it's enriching the mixture by, 5% or so when it's needed, I would see that drop to, say, mid-70s on fuel consumption.
Yeah.
But you don't. I haven't. There's been absolutely no difference at all.
Yeah, mine's the same. I mean, all the ones I talk to on the Facebook pages of this bike, they do get more than me, but that was before the BoosterPlug, and nothing's changed. It's literally exactly the same. It's not got better, it's not got worse.
No, I mean, it's difficult to get your head around thinking, well, it's putting more fuel in, so surely it should be lowering your consumption. But I've got a theory about why it's doing that. If you maintain the same speed and apply the same power as you did before you had the BoosterPlug, because the engine is got that much more an efficient fuel mixture, it's actually giving you more power than it did before, and if you're not using that, you won't be using so much fuel. Does that make sense?
Well, you get to your rev destination quicker.
Yeah.
So you end up using the same amount of fuel. Plus, I think well, all this talk of extra fuel, it's only a tiny amount. It's spits of fuel. It's not egg cups full.
Well, that's it. Yeah.
It's tiny amounts when it does that extra fuel, but it's just enough.
It's vapor almost, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's enough to solve the problem.
So you're talking about that there?
Just to the left, to the right, where those trees end, you can see.
Oh, right.
It's past Brighton actually, because I can see the Brighton Eye, so that must be.
Oh, right over to the right over there. Yeah, no, that is Brighton. Yeah. Or I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I can see it sat on my seat. You had to stand up, didn't you? Because you're only little. See over the top of the hedges.
I didn't have to. I just felt I ought to because I've got an adventure bike.
Yeah.
I was riding along the other day and I was on a dual carriageway, and this bloke on a BMW was like just standing up because he's got a BMW, I suppose.
Yeah.
He saw Charlie Borman do it, maybe.
Well, I don't know what happened to the sun today. It kind of tried at lunchtime, didn't it? And then it's just been still nice riding weather, though, isn't it?
It's not raining, so that'll do nicely.
Yeah.
I was seeing that seagull just there. I was out on my mountain bike on a road like this, and it's happened twice. Firstly, an owl, and then a buzzard came in like over the hedgerows between the hedges and rode along ahead of me. Just flew along ahead of me as I was riding.
Awesome.
Absolutely beautiful. It was flying so smoothly, I reckon that might have had a booster plug as well.
Yeah, yeah. You could see it when it was rolling his wings off. You could see it.
Yeah.
Smoother.
How smooth?
Smoother. Liquid smooth.
That's the one.
Oh, gravel. Oh, big gravel. There we go. Missed it.
What we need is a nice green lane round here.
Yeah.
That's our little stop, but we won't stop there. Little big gravel, big rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little rock, big gravel.
Yeah. I was riding down through Spain many years ago. I was on my trike, open face helmet, and I was following one of these big, I don't know, it's a lorry that had lots of rubble in it. But it from the road, it kicked up a big stone. And I saw it coming straight towards my face at the last minute.
Yeah.
And it was just an instinctive reaction. Left hand off the handlebar, straight in front of my face. I caught the bloody thing. Literally as it was about to enter my mouth.
There's a famous picture on like Facebook and things like that of a bloke with an open face helmet with a rock sticking out of his cheek.
Yeah.
Like half the rocks, you know, it's about the size of a chicken nugget sticking out of his cheek.
Yeah. Horrible. I didn't even stop to think about it. I threw the rock away and I just carried on riding. I thought, don't even consider what could have happened if you hadn't caught that.
Yeah.
The boys are out.
Yeah, so right now I'm on the throttle, just up and down slightly, and it is just smooth as anything compared to how it used to be.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, I'm in second gear, I'm doing 26 miles an hour, and I'm feathering it.
Yeah, so it's staying on the booster plug sort of thing, and it's just so smooth.
Yeah.
And then when you drop down, you drop down another gear, so it just becomes sublimely smooth. Sublimely smooth, liquid sublime smooth.